Okay, so I just wanted to say that it's hard. It's hard being a teacher. It's hard being an early education teacher. And it's hard working in a bilingual school, especially when you're a minority at that school. um, a lot of, as you know, I work at a bilingual Chinese school, English Chinese school in Boston's Chinatown. And I was originally a toddler teacher when I first started working there, but I left. I don't know if I've said it on this channel or not why I wanted to leave, but I will get to that in another, probably get that in another video. Um so so then I originally went, so then I left and I went to there was an opening for the preschool teacher. Upper, oh, they say upper preschool, but it's technically pre-K because, but we don't call it pre-K because there's a program called Universal Pre-K program where where it's also pre-K, but we don't want to get this one, which is the school's um pre-K curriculum where I can do whatever I want, and that the Universal Pre-K where they have to follow what Boston wants them to do. So um but I like it that way because I get to make my own rules. I get to make my own curriculum. I get to cater to whatever the kids want to learn about. So I so I there's a shortage of early education teachers, like not just at my job but around the entire country. And one of the reasons, there are many reasons why there's a shortage of teachers. Um, because we're not respected. We think A lot of people think we're glorified babysitters. I've actually had someone say that we are glorified babysitters. Um, we don't get paid enough, and I think those are the main reasons why. Um, so I usually my co-teacher goes home at usually we close at 5:30. Usually my co-teacher goes home at 4:30. And I'm okay with that because there's only 10 children. There's 10 or less children when she leaves. So it's fine because everyone's going home at that point because we just came back from having recess time. So that the whole day, our second recess time, we just came back from having our second recess time. We come back at 4:15. So then just it's so then the day is done. Free time, our whole schedule is done. So then they can do free time. So the kids can do free time. I so she leaves at 4:30. I stay until 5:30 to make sure everyone gets picked up. Now, what I did not factor in, there are a lot, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but because there are some parents a lot of the parents in the school, there are a lot of parents in this school that cannot speak any English, no matter like, yeah. So it's just like sometimes, so usually it's awkward when they come in. Sometimes it's just awkward when they come in because sometimes like they can come in. I do greet them. I just say hi, how are you, or like, or I'll say like Josan, which means hello. Um, in Cantonese, this Cantonese phrase, and so they'll say Josan, or and I'll maybe say be able to talk because I can't, obviously I'm not converse a good I can't converse in Chinese yet. Um, so, but if they ask me, but maybe I tell them, oh, um, 他没有睡觉, and they didn't sleep. 他没有睡觉了, 他睡觉了, they slept. I don't know. That's all I know. Or like, or I would say, 带一些口罩, like they need more masks. That's basically all I can tell them. I usually talk more to the kids about like what they shouldn't do and what they should do in Chinese, but I don't really talk to the parents that much. Usually my co-teacher talks to the parents. So obviously, like I said, she leaves at 4:30. There's a kid who she just came from the younger preschool to my class. So now she was a lot to handle in the young when she was in the lower preschool. Because sometimes she would be so, I don't want to say bad, but such a disruption during nap time in the lower classroom that they had to bring her to my classroom to calm down. It's not that she was like crying or anything, but she loves to do her own thing, and I'm just like telling her, no, you're not gonna do your own thing here. No, I'm just like, no, I don't care what they did back then, back in your class, in that your old classroom. You're gonna do what I'm doing, right? What everyone else is doing in this classroom, okay? And I think she's finally understanding, like, oh, I can't do what I wanted to do back then. But and so, cause like now she's staying. It's still hard to get her to stay on her cot when it's nap time, but she's staying on her cot a little bit more. And she knows, like, if she sometimes she gets on her cot, but then if she sees me and if she sees me and I'm staring at her, she knows, like, yeah, maybe I should get back on my cot. Or if I count to 5, she'll be like, oh yeah, I should get back on my cot. So she before there was these stamps that she was playing with, that's right next to her during her nap time, during her cot, and she played with the stamps. She actually broke all the stamps because she liked peeling off the foam from the stamp. So like I had to throw it out because it doesn't work anymore. She would use the stamps, and she would, because there's still paint on the stamps, during nap time, she would put it on her face. And I did not notice this. Neither did my co-teacher. So my co-teacher leaves at 4:30. Her mom, the kid who loves putting color on her face, her mom doesn't come until like, I don't know, 5:15, and she's the only person there. So sometimes, like if parents see me struggling to talk to a Chinese speaking parent and no one's there, they'll like, they may have to intervene too and help me out. And I'm okay with that. But no, but she was the only child there, so I had no parent to help me. I had no co-teacher to help me. And sometimes administration is there. Obviously, most of the people in administration speak Chinese. And like I have an education there's one education my education coordinator, she does not speak Chinese. She's from South Carolina, and she's also black, and she does not speak a lick of Chinese. So, as you know, if you're an early education teacher, you have to as you know, if you're an early education teacher, you have to have if there's something wrong, like an accident, you have to fill out an accident report. So, and then when there's an accident, you have to tell the parent first. So, I didn't know there was anything wrong until her mom came in, and she was just like, "Teacher," and then she points to her child, and her face is half of her, like right here, her eye was yellow. I'm just like, not her actual, but around her eye, like big portion, like right here, like big portion right there was yellow. And I'm just like, how? And I ask her, and she's just like, what? And I'm just like, I don't know. And so then I talked to her kid, and I asked her, because she's also a Chinese speaker too, but the daughter's a Chinese speaker too, but she understands. She doesn't speak English, but she understands English. So I asked her, "Yo tong tong ah," and she's like, "Do you have like, does it hurt? Do you have any pain?" She's like, "No." She shakes her head no, and so I'm just like, I don't know what happened. And so I since it was right after right when school was about to end, I forgot to tell my education coordinator. And because I was busy cleaning up the room. And so then when I came in the next day, but it was all hell broke loose. I came in, the director was just like, "Jasmine, what happened?" And the family service coordinator was like, "Jasmine, what happened? Oh my gosh!" Like, the mom came in and she was just like, "Oh my gosh, something happened!" And like the mom was just like, "Oh, I had to. Something was wrong with her. She might have got her. I had to boil a hard-boiled egg, and then I had to roll it around her eye, and then she was crying, and I was just like, she it's just like when she left, she wasn't in pain. So the reason why she was crying is because she doesn't want a boiled egg on her face. And so then this happened again, and so we finally found out that she was putting markers or stamp stuff on her face. So it's like, the mom, she to apologize, she brought me cherries, because she was just like livid. She was just like, I don't know if she wanted to get me fired, but I know she was mad because she went to the director. And yeah, and I understood, like, that's how Chinese people say sorry. They bring you gifts, and they give you like fruit and tea and stuff, and like, okay, that's it. And like, so it wasn't really that much. It wasn't really that bad, but it's just like, I that could have been like an actual thing where she actually got hurt and I didn't notice that. And it's just like everyone who spoke Chinese left and I was the only one who didn't speak Chinese. My education coordinator, who is part of the admin, who I'm supposed to tell she had something wrong, doesn't speak Chinese. So what are we supposed to do? Well, I guess maybe, well, we did have someone, basically everyone in the building is not just my school. There's like there's youth, there's after school programs, and there's adult English education. So yeah, so they have enough Chinese speakers there. So I could have probably gone to the front desk and asked them to help me out. But I didn't think of that. It's just like I don't have anyone to talk to. I don't speak Chinese. I don't know what she's saying. I don't know how to tell her, because she went to the director and said, "Oh, well, she didn't say." The teacher didn't say anything, so I don't know why she didn't care. And it was like, I did care. I didn't talk to you because I don't know how to speak Chinese to you. I don't know what to say. But I did talk to your daughter. I asked her, "Are you in pain?" I asked her what happened. She didn't say anything. And so I don't know what to do. I don't know how to. It's like I can't tell her, "Oh, wait, let me go on Google Translate." And I can't do that, and also we're going to close soon. So it's just like, that place gets on my nerves sometimes. But I love it. I think the reason why early education teachers stay early education teachers, it's not because of our coworkers, because I have some stories about coworkers, but I don't believe that for another day. It is because of the children. The children are why we are there. Remember that. And this is why we get so many good gifts from, well, I don't know about everyone else, other early education teachers, but this is why I get so many good gifts when I was working at Bright Horizons, and now when I'm working here, why I got so many gifts from the parents, when because it's a lot of work. And it's just like, you know what, I noticed, like, they get to go home at the kids go home, so the parents finally have some alone time to themselves, but they're gonna go home at 5 o'clock. I'm just like, oh gosh, man, that baby is a lot of work. At least I don't have to. At least after 5 o'clock they'll leave, or 5:30. It's like, no, they're going home to their parents. Their parents are just like, oh. So I feel for the parents, but yeah, that's one of my stories that I have. So it's just, but we need more early education teachers, is what you can take away from this show, this video. More early education teachers, and the government needs to not just, Massachusetts is trying to get trying to give more perks to being early education teacher, and investing more, and trying to invest more in their early education team. But the federal government still needs to take some time, because the federal government doesn't even recognize early education teachers as actual teachers. Because I asked one time, it's like, so can I get a like, I forget what it's called, like, you know how if you work as a teacher for a certain amount of years, you get you get loans taken off. It's like, I asked, can I reduce my loans since I'm a teacher, and they're like, no. I'm just like, why? And so basically, she gave me something, but like, basically, I'm not an actual teacher, and I'm just like, okay. Because a lot of people think, oh, you know what? You just have to watch the baby, make sure the baby doesn't kill himself. It's like, um, I have to. You can't just tell a baby to sit there and not do it. They're gonna get bored, and also I have to feed it, and I'm gonna have to teach it how to talk. It's eventually gonna know how to talk. Gonna need to know how to talk. I have to teach it how to walk, because if it's away from its parents for that long, it's eventually, the baby's gonna need to know how to function on its own independently. So yeah, and that goes for the same thing for a lot of for my pre-K students too. So it's a lot. And we still don't get treated well. But that's all I have to say for today. Maybe I'll give you more stories. Bye.